milestone, episode 10. Oh yeah, back at it, still in training mode. Haven't done anything since the last episode, so here we are. Hopefully I could calm the heavy breathing down a tone or two and stop eating my mic. Sorry, I ate it for breakfast last recording, but what can you do? I'm an amateur. So if you want to watch me, you gotta deal with that. Yeah, more training, more of the usual. So while we train, I guess I will pull up some Q&A questions. Unfortunately, no one wants to talk to me or chat to me, so I'm gonna have to pull up some Q&A questions on the internet. Alright, first question. What do you miss most about working in an office? Well, I never worked in an office. I went to school, worked at a golf course, got a degree, moved on with my life. I never worked in an office. What I miss most about it? I guess the simple, nothing, because I never did it. What I miss about, I guess I should really do it for, what I miss about working at a golf course is about how easy and relaxing it was. It wasn't really a hard job at all. The part I don't miss about it is all the bozos that would come by and ruin your entire experience because they're idiots and they love to frickin' yell at you for the prices that are on the board that you can't control. I love those bozos. I guess while I'm at it, I could have a quick... Sorry, my boyfriend just tried to dildo up my butt. Hold on. I have a fun work story at my golf course I used to work at. I think it was the first week or two I was there. I used to drive around one of those picker carts, pick up golf balls at the driving range. And one day, doing my thing, just doing my loops around and collecting golf balls. And mind you, this golf cart is older than me. It's older than dirt. The cage, there's holes in the cage. I thought I was about to get hit in there. And the actual picker was old as dirt as well. So everything about it was just, outdated. But I guess you gotta do what you gotta do to survive out there. And so I'm doing my thing. The first couple of weeks in the game. And all of a sudden, I kind of smell a little bit of a campfire going around the golf course, which is kind of weird. I never really thought about it. Oh yeah, you could do some side quests. I think you could do, what was it? You can get some kind of stupid backpack and 5 unites for the tokens, whatever. I'm not going to do it. Anyways, I smell a little fire, which is kind of weird because it was, 2 in the afternoon. I never really thought about it, and then I keep doing my loops, keep smelling the campfire. So, that's pretty odd. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if you know the smell of a sparkler, but I was smelling a sparkler type smell. So I said, that's even more weird. All right. Didn't really think about it until I really smelt a burning smell. And I was suddenly engulfed in black flames. So I said, what the fuck is happening? And I am very far off in the driving range. I can't really get back to where, you unload the balls and all that, away from the golfers trying to nail you. Oh yeah, there's a new under construction thing here. Isn't this supposed to be for the new Doodle Park or whatever? I'm not really too certain. I know they updated this playground, and I think that's all they did. I can't really remember, but I know they updated this playground. They actually made the textures not, I guess we'll see it one day, but not in this recording. They actually made the obstacles not just a brick wall. You can actually pass through them now, like an actual real thing. Anyways, on to my rambling. I'm suddenly engulfed in black flames. So I thought, wow, let me try and get this over to safety and away from people. But that plane failed literally 5 seconds later because I looked down on the seat, to my right a little bit. Look down to the seat, and I see a fire engulfing the seat. And I said, "Oh shit!" And so, me, the smart guy I am, I had to do some quick thinking. And so I had a water bottle on with me because it's a hot summer day. And so I had my quick thinking, which, I didn't really think much about it. I don't know if it was like a grease fire or whatever, but I had quick actions and threw water on the fire and extinguished the fire. And I thought, thank God. Because how awful would that be to engulf an entire golf course by yourself? But the 10th grade year-old me was just shook to the core. And so, mind you, I'm still in the middle of the range, so people are still trying to hit me. And I don't know what it is with people out there in the driving range, but once you're out of the golf cart, that's when they really try to hit you. I don't know. I don't get it. And so I ran. I imagine a guy in the middle of the range just running back, and he has to dodge all these golf balls like the Matrix out there. And then I finally get back, and then these two old women were giving me the side eye. I don't know why they were, but I remember that distinctly. They were kind of giving me a side eye for some reason, which interesting. And so I run back to the old guy running the shop, and I said, "Yo, I caught the golf cart on fire." He said, "What?" And kind of just couldn't believe it thing. I said, "Yeah, I caught on fire. I don't know what happened." So the cart's stuck out there. I need help. I gotta push it back in. I can't steer it. Well, I guess I don't really know I couldn't steer it, but yeah, I couldn't move it because it was on fire. I said, "Okay, well, I'll get my golf cart and push you back to safety." So we ran back to the picker that used to be on fire and put it in neutral, and it was light enough for him to be able just to push it with his regular old golf cart back to safety. And so I text my boss, and that was kind of awkward. I thought, this is it. I'm gonna get fired from this literally minimum wage golf course job. And then I was freaking out the entire day, and then yeah, I guess the cop went to the shop and everything. And so I came back the next day, and he said, "Yep, fixed it all up. It's the whole golf cart's good to go." I said, "You gotta be kidding." He said, "Yeah, the only damage was to the I guess I meant didn't really explain much about this, but I couldn't accelerate the golf cart anymore. I couldn't move it. It was just dead in the water. But apparently there's a line that broke, and that's what caused it for the pedal to not bring gas to the engine. And so I guess the boss there was actually a pretty good mechanic, so he was able to fix a lot of stuff. Very smart, which I'm kind of jealous of. I wish I was smart in the mechanic-wise, because cars are very complicated, and I feel like it's good to be handy, but whatever. He said he fixed it. I said, "Well, what cost it?" "Well, the seat got way too close. The seat was made out of wood, and it got too close to the engine. That's what sparked the fire." He said, "Yeah, you should be good now." I said, "Really? What if it catches on fire again?" "Yeah, you're good."
What? No, dude!
And
get a job!
in the end, the golf cart actually worked fine. Besides it spewing off smoke every once in a while, because I think the plastic melted on the engine and it just was melting it and made it smoke. But
what? No, dude!
The golf cart actually did run, and I guess the reason why is because I was, I'm a little chunky, 250 pounds, a bit of a heavier guy, and I kind of concave the seat in the middle, and made the engine heat up, cook up that. Made the engine cook up that seat pretty nicely, like a little, just like a campfire.
What?
So,
No, dude!
in the end, the reason why that golf cart stopped working was not because of me, not because of that fire, but I think maybe a year, maybe even actually that year, another worker working the range with me when I wasn't working it, I guess didn't put oil in the engine when it was running low or something, or maybe put too much, one of the two. And that just completely destroyed the engine and and I think the piston blew and whatever. And that just wreaked havoc on the engine. It wasn't able to move anymore.
No, dude!
Which, to be fair, can you imagine entrusting a 16-year-old that has little to no engine knowledge to put oil in a cart that was just on fire, first of all? That seemed like a disaster waiting to happen anyways, but just to blame it on the kid anyways.
What? No, dude!
Whatever, that's just my opinion. So, yeah, that's the story of my old golf cart. Rest in peace. I'll never forget almost getting... there was holes in the cart. Good times. I used to get stuck a lot because it used to go out there in spring when it was still trying to get dry and there's still mud on the ground, and I swear that range was just full of holes, and just the moisture would never get out, and it would just collect all the rain, and then it'll just turn all the mud and slush, and you get stuck all the time. I don't even know how many times I got stuck on the range and needed to get help to get pulled out. But there was times where I was trying to push the cart out with somebody else pushing the gas, and I kind of got drenched in mud, which was pretty embarrassing, but it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do to survive out there. All right. On my next Q&A I have on this website, what's the best piece of advice you've ever been given? The best piece of advice I've ever been given was by Coach C. And he quoted, when the host says, please stay off the gazebo, he means, please stay off the gazebo. That's the best advice I've ever heard in my entire life.
Get a job!
Alright, so, hold on. Okay. What is your favorite book? I haven't read a book since I was in high school.
No, dude!
So it has been a minute, but I remember those, what was it, like, what was it? Unsomething. That's very helpful, I know. I remember that was a good fiction piece, but, can't remember.
Get a job!
The pandemic is officially over, and you can have one free ticket anywhere in the world. Where are you going? Going to Thailand to meet all the boy girls. Easy. Okay. What is the strangest thing you've ever eaten? Man, that's on the spot. Unfortunately, I'm not Indian, so I haven't eaten shit. Well, actually, that's not actually abnormal for them. So they would say, what would be the most abnormal thing an Indian person would eat? It wouldn't be shit, right? Because they do it all the time, right?
What? No, dude!
I'm pretty boring, and I only really eat chicken tenders, so I guess a mussel where there's sliminess, but I think I remember liking mussels, so, wow, daring today, aren't we? What is your spirit animal and why? I don't have a spirit animal because that's freaking lame, and I'm not cringe like that. But I do like cats. Evan, yeah. What's one talent you have that no one here knows about? You know, I guess I could play Toontown very well.
What? No,
Well, I
dude!
guess you already knew that. I don't know if you did though. I can write with both hands. That's a talent no one knew about me. Name one song you think no one takes seriously enough. I think no one takes For the Trap seriously enough because that was a banger back in 2020. No one took that seriously, and that just sparked a generation of music. I don't know why people don't think of that song more. We're a crew of con artists trying to break into a bank. Do con artists break into a bank? I thought they just con people, but whatever. Stop your begging, bitch. Which job would you assign to each person in this group? Well, considering it's just me and nobody else, and since I don't think con artists rob banks, that's more of a bank robber. Good wording right there. But I would definitely be on shotgun control, you know, keep control of the crowd. My imaginary friend number one, you know, fuck this question. I'm the shotgun controller shooting people in the head. Whatever. What is your favorite guilty pleasure TV show?
My boy BD on fucking Ramron.
I like to watch a lot of cartoons, so I like to watch Tom and Jerry or Looney Tunes. Going back on the golf course, there's a 70-year-old man and I that used to work Sunday mornings registering the starter, and that was hell. Like there was a zoo back on Sunday mornings, but we got it done. And us and that guy had Sanjay. He's my favorite. He's gonna be probably my all-time favorite coworker to work with because he was just so funny. He was very grumpy all the time, but I loved him for it. Yeah, and so we used to put on cartoons we put on Boomerang, and from 9 to 11, that's when Tom and Jerry would be on, and 10 to 12, that's when Tom and Jerry would be on, and 12 to whatever, but we left at 2, that's when Looney Tunes would be on. We put that on all the time, and at some point, the bosses were like, "Hey, what are you doing? You can't put on the cartoons, you gotta be in the golf channel, what the heck? We got golfers out here." It's just, you listen to a clubhouse and wants to watch golf besides a major, you know? Who gives a fuck? And so we had to strategically wait until the bosses left to put on the cartoons again, but they probably knew we were gonna do it.
Get a job!
So, I guess one other guilty pleasure TV show is I tried to watch anime for the first time, and honestly found that Attack on Titan show pretty good, so I guess that's a pretty big guilty pleasure of mine because of how well written that story was. So, yeah, I love that story, so. Guilty! Put me on the furry checklist. Alright, if my mouse can work, I get to the next question. What is are you a morning bird or a night owl? Definitely a night owl. I hate mornings. Although nowadays I have to beat both, so it sucks. I can never wake up in the morning, and then once I do, I have to be on my phone. Just brain rot on the Instagram reels and look at the schizo algorithm I have. What is the one movie you think everyone should watch? I don't really watch them. I'm not a type of guy to watch a movie, but I guess Finding Nemo. What's your favorite snack for a road trip? Gummy worms. What is one task your family always expects you to do? stop being a lazy asshole and find a job and do stuff around the house, basically, and not be a lazy ass like people nowadays. Alright, moving on. Which Avenger would you want to be? Well, I don't like Avengers at all, really. I think it's kind of cringe to dress up in a costume and be a superhero, but I guess Iron Man. They seem to be the most badass guy, I guess. Do you prefer coffee or tea? I like iced tea. Coffee, I hate. Tea, I also hate. Iced tea, I like the brisk iced tea. Alright, these are boring questions. Would you rather live in a place where it always snows or where it's always above 90 degrees? Well, that really depends on this place. If I'm always going to be indoors most of the time, I don't really have to travel anywhere. I can do my thing really around the house or whatever. I guess, no. If I have to travel and do stuff out a lot and go around places all the time, I guess 90, but once it gets to 90 degrees, I find it just almost unbearable. It gets pretty bad for me. I hate 90-degree weather, and I get so freaking sweaty. Which founding father would you want to have dinner with? Why? How the fuck should I know? I don't know. Alright, that's a stupid question. Would you rather sing, dance, act, or present in front of a large group? Suck at singing, suck at dancing. I am not an actor, so I guess present, because I've done that before. These are some bad questions. Serious question.
Get a job!
What's the hardest part of the What's the top of my bucket list? Becoming a professional Toontown streamer. And releasing this resource pack to the world, but I haven't done it yet, so it's all to myself. Haha, take that, losers.
Get a job!
I started making this brain rot pack since I was in 11th grade of high school. I've been doing this for a while. What were the two biggest choices that got to you where you were today? Actually not being lazy and doing my stuff and doing it well. Getting her done, man. And going out of your comfort zone, because I took on a job that requires you to be out of your comfort zone.
Get a job!
Pretty heavily. I guess do that. Or if you don't want to do that, then you'll be stuck doing whatever the fuck you're doing, I guess. Wow. Very solid advice from me. What is the one thing you wish you had more time to do? I wish I had more time to play Toontown and video games. So I could just do that. I guess that's the ultimate goal. Goal is to be retired and just play video games all day, right? Become a professional Toontown streamer. Will Toontown even be up until... How long is this game gonna last? Will I die in my 80s? Possibly with this game still being up and... How many players will be playing in 2029? Or not 2090. Will there be players still playing? Because basically this game is fueled on players that played this game as a child. So like me. Basically grew up playing this game and watching the YouTubers. I have a long list of people I used to watch all the time. Like, I guess Coach Z. He's a pretty big meme. I remember watching that Princess Kate all the time. That girl with an Uber. She made videos on. I liked her music though. That's what really made it pop for me. but looking back at it, it was a lot of Christian rock. But I like Christian rock. I guess because of her, because I guess it's a core memory. So, but I do like Christian rock. DJ YC. What a name. But he's made some pretty funny rant. Well, he was one of those angry guys that never liked playing Toontown but play Toontown. And so, yeah, interesting. But he made some pretty big, good bangers for rants and just having a just schizo tear with having bad players. But yeah, that guy has faced a lot of trauma over the years. It's kind of funny. I think I remember he tried to come back to the game on Corporate Clash, but then something happened again, and he left again. I don't know if he got banned or he just left because of I don't know, all the nonsense that goes on. Because if you try to have a different voice with people in this community, you will get bashed and you will get hated on. It is a pretty one-minded community nowadays. I feel like this community's changed. I guess humanity kind of has changed a lot too. So, yeah, it's just what I think. I'm trying to think of other guys. He's Chazzard, something like that. He used to play as Dooners. I remember I used to watch him a lot too. I always felt like it's a duty of mine to watch these Let's Plays and get through them. Oh yeah, I think that was the first time I realized I could walk through that little canopy for once. You never used to be able to do that. After 20 years, Toontown finally said, you know what, let's just make it so you can walk through that canopy. 20 years! It took 20 years to do that. I guess small steps for Toontown, one giant leap for the Toontown community, is what they say, right? I'm trying to find more Q&A answers. What is a skill you are proud of? I guess I'm proud of being decently good at golf. And yeah, oh yeah, look at my amazement. I can walk through this. Yes. Another skill. I guess I could be decently good at video games if I try and put the time into it. Yeah, no, I don't really have too many other skills. I guess I could do it. Yeah, whatever. These are the same Q&A questions. These are pretty lame. I want some real Q&A questions for my fans. This is not gonna do. Yeah. But I'm over here still training. I think I'm finding a new building. You know, those, okay. You remember how rare it used to be to be a black cat, and how it was only just on October 31st, I believe, back in the old days? And that was the only day you could do it. You couldn't change your tune if you made a tune. You couldn't change your black cat. You couldn't change your color to black. You couldn't change. Sorry. Couldn't do anything. If you didn't make your tune on October 31st that day, it's over. You couldn't do anything about it. Now, it seems rewritten. Wait, was that? I don't know. It seems rewritten has changed it so you could change your tune to be black any October 31st. With just a tune task. And I feel like that just really diminishes the black cat feel, because the black cat really made you feel kind of rare, because you had to really think about making that tune on a specific day and remembering on the specific day. But nowadays you can just create any old cat and go there whenever the hell you want if you wanted to change, and with no lashback, I guess. Kickback, whatever. Now, yeah, I guess if you wanted to change your tune to black, you couldn't change it again for 6 months, but that's just 6 months. It's not like you're gonna wait an eternity. It's not like you can never do it. And nowadays, you could have the one color black, especially for your legs, and I've noticed a lot of people like to do black legs, which so much so that I feel like it's gotten way too old and way too common. It's like it's a common thing, be more original, I get it, I kind of get it with the legs. It's cool to have variety. They say,
well, you're just a sweat ball. You have that like your different leg color. You're that elitist too.
Yeah, well, I just like the look and mixing it up instead of just having one color. You notice my black cat Ash just has one color. I like the look. I like the full black look. It's not like I have to have the leg color different on every single tune. No, I just like the appeal, It's not because of a stance of how elitist I am. Are we still having elitist conversations in 2025? I feel like that's such a 2020 thing to say. I remember the Toontown elitist hater guy on YouTube, and I thought he was very funny and dissing all the elitist people. I also have a crocodile that's full green. Unfortunately, I made him back when I only had 2 accounts, and I made it with the account Ash is on, and kind of no plan because I can only either play Ash or Sir David Snap, but he's the only tune I have a medal on. That's a very rare shirt because I don't even know how many tunes have the crocodile and deer medal. Oh well. Alright. Another building. More training for the Wayne Meister. Oh man. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it's so hard to get into a Toontown group.
Get a job!
The only way to do it is on Discord, I guess. And people on there, I guess, are honestly weird in my opinion. Even weirder than me. I don't know, they're just into some weird fetish shit. And even so, I've made some actually pretty decent friends. Well, I guess. That are pretty enjoyable to be around, but they... Like me, it's sometimes hard to play this game. And you gotta take a break from it, and I guess real life duties involved, and there's other good games to play as well.
Get a job!
I made a couple good friends over the years, but none that I really talk to anymore because they don't play it. And I guess I don't really play this game as much as I used to. But I'm trying to change, Love this game to death. Can never live without it. And honestly, I guess I'm coming over my Toontown break, but again, I have a job now. It's hard to really deal with both, especially since my job is basically my entire life now. It was very sad to think about, but I've become a real life cog. Unfortunately. Oh god. Oh. So. Oh man, about the. I got a burp, man. Oh, 34 minutes of been rambling. Oh wow. It takes a lot to make these episodes, I tell you. I don't talk as much. I don't even talk at all. I'm an introvert. I'm bad at keeping friends. I always... I've made friends in school, but I've never been able to keep a lot of them because I've been just so bad at keeping up and actually making the initiative of talking to people, which I've learned over the years because it's just kind of a me thing, not a them thing. Because you can't just be me over and over again. That gets
Get a
weird.
job!
I don't know.
Objects that are shoved up my ass.
Get a
Object
job!
Somewhere between 700 billion and $1,300 billion
Billion
Get a
dollars.
job!
Somewhere between 700 billion and $1,300 billion.
Let's let the sound effects take over. I like the sound effects a lot of the cogs. They're pretty funny.
No, dude!
That's what. If one person comments, I want this sound effect, I will publish it. I will find a way to publish this. Maybe, I don't know, I guess it'll be on Google Drive or whatever. And I guess I'll give you... it's not too hard to put it on your Toontown. But I feel like that's my crown jewel in this game nowadays, is the sound effect. How goofy it is. So... yeah.
Get a job!
Alright, I guess so. Let me go back in the Q&A,
Objects that are shoved up my
Let's
ass.
gather around the campfire, people, and ask our campfire questions. What brings you to a good mood?
What? No, dude!
I love just being able to talk and have a good time with somebody instead of just having a strict environment, corporate shit talk, and having funny Instagram. Every once in a while I find some funny good Instagram reels that just bring me to tears, every single one I have, and that brings me to such a good mood.
Somewhere between
I guess being able to relax and drink alcohol like what I'm doing right now is pretty fun.
Get a job!
Objects that are shoved up my
Three words that would
ass.
describe you best. Gay, pathetic, and a loser. What? Oh, it always makes you smile. That's literally what it basically just said. When I was little, what do you think you were gonna be?
No, dude!
I don't know, I flip-flopped around. I don't know. I guess a cop, and then a firefighter, and then the whole cliche stuff, you know?
What? No, dude!
And then... yeah, basically the boring shit. What am I secretly good at? What am I secretly good at? Drinking a lot of alcohol. Playing this game, I guess. Besides people watching this, I'm very good at playing Toontown. I know a lot about this game at this point.
Job!
I mean, I've been playing since I was 6.
Objects that are shoved up my ass.
I've been playing this game for 17 goddamn years, man. I should know how to play this game and secretly be good at it. Now, I'm not saying this or that, but I'm not like one of those CFO crane gods that could just, you know, fling a unstunned goon from across the map. Well, I could kind of do it. So, I think I was on one of those famous guy, Clark. I was on one of his streams where I had some fun with him and had some fun doing unsung goons. I don't know, whatever. That's not my specialty. I'm not one to, you know, mass collect CFO unites or whatever. I have learned how to do the long song in the CJ. I know, right? Fucking sweat ass and God McGee. CEO, I've always made a challenge to not be hit once. It's kind of really easy because he's so predictable. VP, I love to front stun him.
What?
I could front stun him from almost anywhere besides that really big ramp, of course. If you don't get him down all the way, then it's impossible, of course, unless you somehow very slowly loft one into his little undercarriage miraculously, but that takes a lot of effort and luck. The boiler doesn't really take it. The boiler takes a lot of skill, and I guess it could be stressful. That's definitely the most stressful I've been into a fight, especially a level 3 boiler or level 4. But the level 4 has a system where as long as you play it right, you're shilling the entire time. It's not even that hard at all. I would say the level 3 is even harder because people just don't really want to use rewards all the time. Yeah. Can I put my balls in your jaws? What's the most dangerous situation you've been in?
Objects that I've shoved up my ass.
Hold on, my mouse is fucking up. Fucking mouse. I guess catching the car on fire, like I was explaining earlier, and
between 700 billion and a trillion, 300
I guess being in a car,
billion dollars.
I might have hit somebody in a car once or twice. I'm not gonna talk about it. What have you never done before? I've never been outside the United States of America. I have never made top 100 and
Get a job!
songs for the week or year or
Objects that
whatever.
I've shoved up my ass.
I've never had a love of my life. I've never, anyways, what was my last stream about?
Get
My
a
last stream was
job!
about,
Somewhere between 700
boy.
billion and a trillion, 300 billion dollars.
I think it was, I remember it was about my brother. I was sleeping in a truck, and he, for some reason, was trying to get into the truck, and I said, oh, I'm just gonna sleep it off. And all of a sudden he got into the truck, so I shot a gun at him, and it grazed him, and so he got really pissed off and started to shoot at me as well. And so I think I eventually ran away, and then some kind of skinwalker was around the neighborhood, prowling around, and I got scared as well. I think that was my last remembrance of that dream. Interesting enough. What's my favorite drink? Well, I do love me some Dr. Pepper, if I'm going to go on the sugary soda, the pop side. I do like brisk iced tea.
Get a job!
Alcohol-wise, I've been into the Blue Moons more recently. I always like the little Bat Blues as well. Yeah, it's... what's my favorite way to travel? I absolutely hate traveling
Get a
in an
job!
airplane. The time it takes to get through TSA, well, you always have to show up at least 2 hours early. I don't know, something bullshit to your appointment, to your flight. You have to go through TSA and go through all that garbage, and then now you have to wait around for an hour and a half around your terminal entrance, and then once you get ready, now on board, 40 minutes early, you get on, and now you're cramped in a seat. Well, I'm cramped because I'm a little taller than most people.
No, dude!
You cannot use the double cup for the fucking Slurpee. Anyways, airplane, I'm always cramped in there, and especially for like I went to Las Vegas once, and that was what, a 4.5 hour ride. Torture, absolute torture. I have no room. I can't. Hate it. I like to travel by car, I guess, and whatever. You're more free, although it takes longer, but still. I like that. You see the country more.
Get a job!
Objects that I've shoved up my ass.
More. What was my favorite meal of the day? I've always said to my dad, to my family, if I'm ever on death row, my last meal is just going to be a bloomin' onion from Outback. That's all I need to be satisfied, is a bloomin' onion. That's my death row meal. I unlocked my creativity. Freestyle, I don't have any creativity. I just ramble on for a lot of times and get lucky and like striking up the conversation with myself. So, how do you relax yourself when you stress out? Drink a lot. Try not to think about it, I guess. Alright. Very deep tonight.
Get a job!
When was the last time I heard
Objects that I've
when was the
shoved up
last time
my
you said I love you to
ass.
someone other than your partner? Well, I've never to my parents the other day. That's really it. What was the best gift you've ever received?
Get
And
a job!
Somewhere
when I was in middle school,
700 billion and $1,300 billion.
I received a PS3 from my parents, and that was the console at the time to get. I was so hyped in college, and my first Call of Duty game with it as well, Black Ops 1. My God, I love Black Ops. From the campaign to the multiplayer to the zombies, everything was so perfect about it. That was the multiplayer,
Get a
the one and only
job!
multiplayer besides, okay, one of two multiplayers, that and The Last of Us, that I really ever loved playing PvP against. All the other multiplayers I ever played, I hated. I never enjoyed it at all. Maybe because back then it wasn't as sweaty as nowadays. It's just completely just a sweat fest while the esports phase clan players now out there roaming. And I guess I don't really have the time I had to really play the game as much as I did. But I remember that multiplayer being very balanced, very fun. Just an enjoyable experience for me. And I would spend hours and hours and hours trying to figure out, conceive, trying to precisely make the best class available in that game. Oh man, if they could ever remaster Black Ops, I would literally be one of the most happiest people in the world. That game is so it's a true classic for me at this point, since it's, I guess, really old now and on the PS3. What was I trying to... What was the question I was going to answer? I don't know what I was even talking about. I just went on a rant. What was the question? Fuck. Best childhood? What do you love doing? What was it? Well, the first thing earliest was it? What do you love doing in childhood? Yeah. Playing that game. Oh, what was the best gift ever? Okay, that was it. Yeah. I guess technically also getting a subscription to this game was also one of the best gifts I've ever received. With all the memories I've made now. I kind of I bawled my eyes out because back then Toontown Online you had a subscription, but you could get to a level 4 gag and up to a level 1 of another track in that game before you had to pay for a subscription to get any further. I remember I was so sad because I couldn't progress any further, and I so wanted to because I love that game. I had a pathetic childhood, I know. So, I'm going to wrap up this episode by turning these last two Toon tasks. And so, but that was a pretty decently good training episode. Slowly but surely getting up there. I like how you can get 500 XP per battle now. Instead of just 300. Level 8. And 5. So, oh, yeah. 6 level 4, not really in the Cellbot mood. Just more of a training mood. Although those would be perfect, especially nowadays, because you get a group easily. Yeah, these guys don't have really good options. 36 was 28, was it 28? Again, the Cellbot one would be pretty quick. Many Melody Land, like, really wants you to go through the factories. Damn, nothing. So, I guess I'll go somewhere else to find another one. And then I'll wrap this up. So, 51, another 51-minute episode in the books. Yeah, I guess, you know, again, this is going to be very, a lot of episodes coming out are going to be very training heavy, but, I mean, that'll soon change because eventually it's just going to be a whole full boss fight grind and something grind, you know. This game's very grindy on tasks like that, so. What, we got 1 through 5 and then 8, so pretty much almost halfway through minis. Minis is not too bad. It gets a little more difficult, but, you know, not too bad. It's really the Berg that really kicks it off on how tedious it gets, so. Alright. I'll let you go now.